Tyrone Miller, and welcome to the Yeah, another beautiful week. I'm glad y'all here with me. We got outstanding guests this week. A lot going on in the world, but we ain't talking about the world. We focused on us. I'm focused on me, and my guests right now, we're gonna bring him on. I've known this man for years, and I'm gonna give a little backstory. You all right with that? He's okay with it. He gave me the head nod. We used to coach football together, and it was 9 to 11-year-olds, and it was intense. We only won one game, but it brought us to this moment. It was all for here. And those kids now are 22 years old and living their life. So the world, everything comes back. Keep your circle tight. Keep the people around you good, and be good to people around you, because it'll get you on the early evening show. And the early evening show wants to welcome, give it up for Mark Kaufman, y'all. Thank you. All right, so I have a bunch of questions to ask, but I just want to say you look pretty debonair.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
No problem, man.
You got a great platform. I had to come looking nice.
Hey, man, thank you, man. Give it up for All right, so Kaufman's Print, you have it. Great work. I used it for myself. Great, outstanding, easy to deal with. How did that start for you?
I'll give you a little backstory. I'll keep it short. So maybe about 3 years ago, just right after the pandemic, my wife, she was expecting, and my son, who's 19 now, tore his ACL. He was a football player.
I don't mean to cut you off, but you got a 19-year-old and you expecting?
I was at the time, that's right.
Give it up for Mark. All right, go ahead, brother. Stay focused.
Yep, so, I figure, my wife's expecting, she's not doing much. My son's home with a torn ACL. What can I do to bring them closer together? And I think about, especially my son in high school. He's a sophomore. He has an outstanding football career ahead of him. Tearing your ACL is definitely traumatizing for a young prospect kid. So I thought, what could I possibly do? And I stumbled across a social media post about somebody getting rid of their printing equipment, a heat press, some cutting machines. And I reached out. I said, maybe, this is something I might want to get into, something that they can get into. So I wound up purchasing the equipment. And it went good for all about 2 months.
Right.
After 2 months, everybody lost interest. So I told myself, I said, man, I'm a few dollars in the hole, let me start learning the business. So that's what wound up happening. I wound up taking over, wound up learning the business, learning the trade, going to all type of events, all type of networking events. Just going out there and just find out what was this stuff about. And, a year in the basement, a year in a commercial small spot, to now we're in a big storefront, and a very busy street. So, that's the journey of that one, it's definitely been a journey, still learning. I haven't even tapped the surface yet, but I'm enjoying it. And then now, just a funny story that my wife and my son now they want me to teach them the business because we're a little successul. So
things is going well, they want to learn now.
Now they want to learn a little bit, so. But yeah, that's the backstory.
Well, give it up for yourself, man. You could have easily took an L on that. A lot of people out there would have took the L. Yeah. You had a business mind. You had to follow through to make it work. Where did that come from? What in your upbringing gave you this entrepreneurial spirit?
So just being a father, before I met my wife, I was a single father of 2 men, and just trying to break the generational curse of black men not being in their child's life, Either you get up and you go to work every day, or you get up and you go hang up on the street corners. And I didn't want my kids to see me growing up in that manner. So, I just wanted to give them a role model, somebody to look at from day to day. I want to be like my dad. He doing all the right stuff. Even though he might be struggling a little bit, but he doing all the right stuff the right way. He ain't never in no trouble, nobody looking for him. So that's what all brought it together.
I love that, man. Give it up for that. That's an underrated thing. And to do it from a real place, I should say. From you ain't in this for money.
No.
Everything came from love. The business right now came from love, the entrepreneurial spirit, and you want to be a role model. So shout out to you, man. Continue doing what you're doing. But now tell us more about the business. Tell us what can people get from the business? Like, I know you can get banners and posters and all that, but tell them the whole plethora of what you provide.
So we are the only black-owned custom apparel printing in Mercer County. And what I mean by only is that we're the only licensed, recognizable company in the state of New Jersey, in Mercer County, as far as black businesses for the service that we offer. You know, not to take anything from anybody else that does the services that I do, but I am recognized by the state. We are in negotiations for a state contract for our printing and embroidery stuff. So yeah, we're the only company in Mercer County that's black owned that's recognized by the state. So we do custom apparel printing from t-shirts, hats, hoodies, basketball uniforms, any type of sports apparel. We can take care of that one. We do anything custom that goes on apparel. We do business flyers, posters, banners, pretty much anything that you need, your printing needs, we definitely can take care of you.
Love that. Love that. So, what's the next move? So right now where you at, you said you have the state, that's gonna happen for you.
That's
you just gonna put it out there. Right from my mouth to State of New Jersey's ears, Kaufman Printing gonna be with y'all.
We're gonna partner with you, guaranteed.
Yeah, y'all be partnered.
Guaranteed.
So 5 years down the road, do you see yourself running the business? Do you see your family running the business? How big will the business be?
So right now the business is, you know, I'm just the front man right now. You know, I really believe in generational wealth. I feel when my time on this earth is gone, I'm not leaving my kids a big insurance policy. I'm gonna leave you a business. I'm gonna leave you an established business and hope that you maintain it, hope that you take care of it, and you can pass it down to your kids. So in the next 5 years, I definitely see myself not being a laborer and more concentrating on sales, bringing in more business. Right now it's a one-man show, so I have to do sales, I have to do advertisement, marketing. But in the next couple of years, I plan on integrating everybody into it where they all can have a piece of Kaufman's Printing. Yep.
I love that, man. So
yep.
in closing, man, how can people get in contact with you? Like, what ways do you have out there? I'm sure social media.
Yep, so we're on all social media platforms at Kaufman's Printing. That's Kauffmans Printing. But you have to schedule an appointment to come in, and we give you the one-on-one consultation that you need. We thrive our business on customer service, so when you come in and you see us and you book an appointment, it's just you and I. You know, we're gonna talk over your needs, talk over what you want. I'm gonna give you the best pricing in the area. I'm gonna tell you what may work for you, what may not work for you. You know, I'm gonna give you, 100% of Kaufman's Printing to help whatever event you got going on be successful. So to book an appointment with us, you can reach out to us at info@kaufmansprinting.com to book your appointment. Monday through Friday, and then Saturday we're open from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at 439 South Broad Street in Trenton, New Jersey.
All right, man. That man was professional, man. I like it, man. You done grew, man. You done came a long way.
I appreciate
Because y'all should have seen him on the football field. He be yelling, man. He used to keep. I knew you was on it then, man.
He didn't talk about the hard hat, but I used to wear this hard hat for every game.
Yeah.
And when the hard hat came on, that was my motivation for the kids to let them know that, hey, I'm not physically on the field with you, but I got my hard hat on too. It's time to clock in and let's work. It's time to clock in and work. So
I love that, man. That's good. So last question, totally off subject. If you had to have sex with one person, you had to marry one person, and you had to slap one person, give me your three people. First we're going with make love to somebody.
Oh, my wife all day.
Okay, that's a good answer.
My wife all day. 100%.
You could have went down the wrong road.
No, we're not
going to
go right. We're going to talk about my wife, right? We're going to go right there.
Good move.
There you go.
All right, so the person you're going to love is going to be who?
Oh, I'm going to love anybody that has my same last name unconditionally.
Ooh.
No matter what. Anybody that shares my last name, I'm going to love you unconditionally.
That's a great answer. Now, I don't feel like that. I told my kids I got one condition. You want to know what it is?
Talk to me.
I'm going to share it with the people. You smoke crack, that's it for you.
That's a deal breaker.
That's a deal breaker. I said, look, man, because it'll ruin all of our lives, man. I said, you can't do it. And only because I told them ahead of time. Now, if somebody else out there smoke crack, I can love you unconditionally. But my kids, whatever. We going to stick with that. But what's your third one? So we got your person you will make love to, the person you love, and the person...
I'm going to slap.
The person you going to slap. Yeah, come on, make it good,
man,
baby.
I'm trying to make it good, man. I don't, sheesh.
He's such a loving man. He had a hard time with this question, man.
This is at times slap, or if I could just slap anybody.
You could just slap anybody.
If I could
in
slap
the world,
in
anywhere.
the world.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slap ignorance.
No, man, no.
I'ma smack ignorance and anybody who promotes it.
Oh, that was a safe answer. This man, he didn't know how to answer.
Is that fair enough?
I don't love the answer, but it's, you sidestepped it. That ain't necessarily a person. I can't see ignorance the person, but ignorance. I see what you're saying.
I'ma smack ignorance.
Anybody that's ignorant, you'll just slap him.
There you go.
All right, so if y'all see Mark Kaufman from Kaufman's Printing in the streets, don't come ignorant, because he might
There you go.
All right, so thank you, Mark. Now we're gonna go. I got invited to Jair Brown, Tig Brown. He's an NFL player currently for the 49ers. He had a camp in Trenton. He invited me out. So I went out, and we're gonna go show y'all all the footage. So go to that right now. All right. Thank you, Jair Brown, for bringing us out, man. The early evening show. Enjoy being there. Any events in the community, let us know. We may come out, we may not, but we're going to try to work it out. Let us know what's going on. But we here with our second guest of the show. We have a brother that I grew up rooting for in the park games. If anybody lived in Trenton, they went to the park games, man. It was an exciting time, a time that I hope we can get back one day. But this guy was a legend to me, and I'm glad to have him on the show. Now he's doing other things outside of sports, and he's going to tell you all about him. So give it up for Brian Stokes.
Hey, thanks for having me, Tyrone. I appreciate it.
Hey, glad to have you here, brother.
Thank you.
So tell us, I mean, you could go into you could give a quick overview of your sporting career, what it meant to you, or we could just straight business.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do. I want you to be able to speak your mind here.
About my career in sports?
Yes.
Yeah, I played for Trenton High. Started off at Pop Warner and played football for a number of years, played basketball for a number of years. And then, played out to the park.
Yeah.
It was real entertaining out there. Kind of felt like a rock star.
Yeah.
And I know that we inspired a whole lot of other people to want to play ball and go to school and, pursue a career in basketball. And it was really a nice event for the city.
It was.
To come out and be together and cheer for your favorite team, your favorite player, and the atmosphere was great.
It was, man.
It really was great.
For anybody out there that may not be familiar, it was, I'm going to say it's like Rucker Park locally. Like, it was literally thousands of people out there, different teams. I was an Express fan myself. I know, Will was saying, but I was an Express fan. But every area had their teams, their players. It was always love. It was one of the most beautiful experiences of my childhood.
Definitely.
That going there weekly, really 3-4 times a week, depending on the schedule that week, watching games, and you was a big part of that. So thank you for everybody from the city, like that. Your group of people, that it's never been replicated.
Right.
And they have things in different areas, but it's never been replicated. So from my generation to your generation, thank you. It was a huge part of our upbringing.
Appreciate that.
But now let's get to business.
Yes,
let's listen. So give it up for the park. New Jersey was powerful. Man, I'm sure it changed a lot of lives. If it has, reach out, tell me about it. Maybe you can be here and tell us about it also. But in the meantime, you have a business now and you're also a professor. Yeah. Let's get into the business first. So how did that come about?
It was a shortage of sterile processing techs. About 9 years ago, I was asking my boss, you know, like why we're not hiring. And he's just like, nobody's applying. But the truth was, they just wasn't exposed. It just wasn't enough people exposed to sterile processing because it's not something that's in the mainstream.
Right.
So I came up with an idea to teach the course. So I started teaching it amongst my people that I work with.
Right.
And then I went up to the big stage and rented a room out and did everything from scratch. Read the book over and over again till I had fine knowledge of it.
Right.
And then started using my coaching skills.
Right. Right.
You know, and started adding all of those intangibles to be able to teach,
right,
along with the knowledge and being able to motivate people to want to do sterile processing. And it's not just a job, it's a career.
Right.
And I wanted people to understand that. And I've been doing this since now for like 8 years now.
Love that. Give it up for that. Like, so for anybody out there that don't know, what exactly is sterilization? And where is it done? Like, give me the background on that.
Sterilization is the re-sterilization of surgical instruments. Some may, because I heard a lot of response to with sterilization, but you don't get new instruments each surgery.
Right.
So it goes through a cleansing process, a deep cleansing, then a sterilization. Then it gets set back up for the next surgery, for the next patient. And nothing starts. No surgeries, no hospitals cannot function without central sterile processing. So I wanted to be one of the advocates in this area to spread the word.
That's right.
And you know, it's been a great career for me.
I love that. I love that. So for, say, a young person's watching, what's the prerequisites of going into global sterilization?
High school diploma.
That's it.
And that's it. Once you, and ambition. High school diploma and ambition. I've been happy to be able to teach a lot of young kids coming straight out of high school.
Right.
To where college just wasn't for them.
Right.
But they need a valuable option. So I was able to provide an option for them. They starting off, you talking about somebody that's 18, 19 years old, starting off with $45,000, $50,000 a year. With no college debt. And now you're able to make some decisions now. Okay, now if you want to go back to college, then you have the means. You have the income, and you still have a career to be able to push yourself through to get your college degree. So it all can work hand in hand.
Right.
So it's really been a joy. You can travel with it. You can relocate once you get your certification. You don't have to recertify in any other state. Once you have this, like a black card.
Oh,
you can just take it with you.
That's why it's called global.
Well, exactly.
Gotcha.
That's why it's called global sterilization.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, damn, man, like I'm sure there's people in the crowd looking like, I never heard of that.
Right,
so
absolutely.
How did you stumble on getting into this?
I started working at St. Francis Hospital. I started off as a housekeeper. And I'm like, I need something different for myself. So I will always look at the job board and saw sterilization, central sterilization. So I just went for it. I wanted to change. And when I finally got into it and saw that there's growth and there's opportunity, and I just dove all in. 25 years later, I'm here now.
Changed your life, and then in turn, you changing other people's lives.
Absolutely.
Love that. So, how long does it take to So say for instance your course, how long does that take for them to go from starting off the class to finishing?
It's a 6-week course that I teach at Mercer County Community College. One day out of the week, but during that week you have homework. Hands-on training. You would know instruments before you leave my course, and we would get through the whole curriculum before you leave my course in 6 weeks. Then you could take your national exam, which they have it in different places depending on where you at.
Right.
Then once you take your national exam and pass it, of course, now you're ready. Now you're ready to rock and roll.
You go anywhere in the country.
You can go anywhere in the world, anywhere, with just that one certification card.
Yo, brother, I want to give it up to you. You're an advocate for that skill. Because I'm like, you're literally, I seen you posting about it, but I never knew exactly what it was.
Right.
So I'm kind of like, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that's in that same boat.
Absolutely.
But when you said you could be 18 starting on $45,000 and at 19, 20 years old, that is a life-changing amount of money that could potentially
With
grow.
no debt.
With no college debt, no nothing.
Right.
Like, man, look, I'm sitting here rethinking things now. I'm like, man, I could have did that. But so let's go into the next phase of it.
Okay.
So you started the class, you put it together, got your own class going.
Right.
And now you're a professor at Mercer County Community College.
Right. So I got picked up by Mercer County Workforce Program also. They saw how popular it was getting, so they started to offer me a contract to come in and teach for them also, along with my own personal class also.
Ooh, man, so you get, I ain't gonna say it, but you getting 2 checks there, man. You got that going, you got that. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Yeah. He drove in a nice car. That's all I'm gonna say, y'all. The car was nice. I was like, oh, nice car, but brother. So it's been good to you. And what do you see next for yourself and for overall getting the word out about global sterilization?
What I want is to become a formal education. I wanted to be able to get into every high school in the area and offer this to them, because like I said, I already did the math, I already did the study. No matter what school you go to, everybody isn't going to college.
Right.
So I want this to be a part of their curriculum, all the high schools, and really start earlier than that. But right now I'm concentrating on the high school, then working my way down to the grade like 6th through 8th and things like that. Right. So that's what I'm looking to do is expand.
Absolutely.
Expand from there. So.
Absolutely, because like now, honestly, you an advocate for global sterilization. Cause like I've never heard of it, and I'm sure it's a lot of other people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you're putting that word out, and you're making it. You're changing lives just by putting the word out. But having a school in conjunction with that is huge.
Absolutely.
So, brother, man, so where do you see yourself in 5 years, man? Like just outside of in life in general, because now you started off an athlete, got your school, you went to global sterilization, you was doing that. But now your life is kind of, I'm not going to say, it has picked up. It's changed dramatically in the last 10 years because you doing these different things. Right. Has it, where do you see your life in 5 to 10 years considering those things?
Overseeing. I want to, because I have some students that's going to come back, and I want to teach them how to, my secrets and everything. And to be able to have people in different places, and teach them so they can be an entrepreneur themselves, and be able to teach the course. You can't be everywhere at one time.
Right, you one person.
So I want to be able to expand and to be able to help other people go to the next phase with it.
I love that. So, I'm give it up button all the time, man. But that's just I'm impressed. I'm impressed by you, number one. But I'm impressed by global sterilization. Like it's needed. Like when you think about it, it's every hospital, every surgeon. Like you said, you're not buying new stuff every time.
Right.
It is such a needed skill that most people don't even know about, and now it's getting out. So you're an advocate for it. Continue the work you're doing. How can people get in contact with you if they wanted to take the course or not take the course ideally,
Okay, you can go under Mercer County, what's that, unemployment, Mercer unemployment.
Oh, okay.
And it's under, go under the curriculums that way. They do have scholarships.
Okay.
For, you know, a certain amount of scholarships for people to come for free.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can go to IELTS, under IELTS, and they have scholarships where you can go, or I can be reached at 609-498-8821, and we can go from there.
Right. So y'all heard it here first. Like, if you ain't got no money and you trying to change your life, you call this man with the number he just gave you, and he maybe could plug you in one of those scholarships.
Right.
Or you might have to sacrifice and pay for it, but
Right.
you starting off with a decent working wage that you can live and support your family and continuously grow.
And relocate if you need to.
Oh man, that's nice. It's probably, I'm sure people want to relocate. Man, you're tired of seeing the same stuff. You might want to go see something else. You want to live in a warm climate.
Right.
So, brother, I just want to thank you for coming on. I got a
for
gift
having
bag
me.
for you off camera, but man, continue the work you're doing.
you.
Continue
Thank you.
advocating for sterilization, and best of luck to you. And thank you for the inspiration.
Thank you for
from
having
back
me.
in the
I
day, brother.
appreciate
The Grants Express. Shout out to everybody else on Grants Express, baby. So this has been our show, the Early Evening Show. My name's Tyrone Miller. If you're looking to come on and you got something you want to talk about, let's talk about it. I'm opening this up to the people. I want everybody to come on. I want the people to come on because that's what I'm about. Let's bring people on. Let's change lives. If you're changing lives right now, come on the show, talk about it. If you going through something, come on the show and talk about it. If you want to celebrate, come on the show and talk about it. Tyrone Miller on all social media platforms. I can be reached, and let's work it out. This has been the Early Evening Show. My name's Tyrone Miller. We got the legend Brian Stokes here, and we'll see y'all next week.